Picture this. It's 2 a.m. You are staring at your screen. Your team's project is due in 6 hours. Someone just pushed broken code. Another teammate is offline. The group chat has 4,700 messages. And you are wondering, why? In an age where we can video call someone on the other side of the planet, share documents in real time, and collaborate on virtually everything, why is coding together still so hard? We want to share a story about connection, collaboration, and the question that changed how we think about building software. Let me take you back to where this story begins. 6 months ago, we were at university level hackathon. The three of us, Kevith, Chamathsara, and myself.
We had to build a system within 3 hours. So there we were. 3 laptops, 1 GitHub repository, and immediately the problem started.
I'm setting up the backend. Anuja is designing the front end. She is working on the database schema. Sound organized, right?
Wrong. I make a change to the database structure. Kevith doesn't see it for 5 minutes because he hasn't pulled. His code breaks.
Meanwhile, I am trying to style a component that Kevith is also editing. We both push, merge conflict, and the clock is ticking.
Did you push the auth changes?
Wait, which branch are we on?
Someone just overwrote my CSS. And then we watched the team next to us. They were using something different. They had everything in one place. File Explorer here, code editor in the center, a terminal here, and look, a built-in chat where they were discussing the code without leaving the platform. We were losing because our tools are not for collaboration but for individual developers.
Enter RTC-Editor. So, let's reimagine the situation with our product.
Here we provide real-time synchronization. Google Doc level synchronization. We will start now. Right out of the box, we provide Google login. After signing in, you will be redirected to the dashboard. Here we wanted to make the UI as familiar as possible to the user. This is your workspace. Every project, we call them code spaces, lives here. Think of them as rooms. Each room is a complete development environment like docs in Google Docs. You can change the layout as well. All the normal CRUD operations for code spaces like edit, delete, share are provided within the window. We will come back to share later. Everything you need is right here. Code, chat, testing, version history, one unified workspace. Does this look familiar to you? Yes, because we took the inspiration from all common code editors. Look, we even add themes as well. Your files organized, accessible. Create, delete, rename, stand stuffs. But here's where it gets interesting.
See those cursors? Those are real people. Chamathsara's editing line 23, Kevith's debugging down here. Before moving on, let me check on these guys in the team chat. This is just like your favorite messaging app. Let's create a new file. To make things tidy, I will create a folder and move the file in there. You know what? This name is not good enough. In the middle of the screen, we have our code editor. Up here, it identifies the file type as JavaScript and automatically apply the syntax, highlighting and IntelliSense. It can provide for JavaScript, Python, Java, Markdown, and many more. I'm gonna write some code here.
I think this code can be optimized even more.
Let me check with our AI chat. This is optimized to give only code related answers in an accurate way.
Well, it seems indeed it can be improved.
Great! Now we have a code that can be executed. Well, that's exactly what we will do next.
In the Compiler tab, there are few options that need to do address. First, we have to choose whether to compile the whole project or a single file. I will choose single here. Because my file is selected, we can already see it in the box below. We also support multiple languages like Python, JavaScript. Now it's just a matter of processing the compile button. Wait a few seconds for it to do its magic. Another main feature is that everybody can see the compiled output, saving everyone's precious time. Last but not least, we provide the ability to do version controlling within our editor.
Here are some commits we have previously done. Let me commit my most recent changes here.
Now I can see these changes.
UI notifications are enabled and everybody in this room will get notified about that. Furthermore, there's an option for reverting back to a previous commit. Let me demonstrate that also. Apart from that, there are branches. Here we call them sessions. I can create a separate session and work in Node. It will create another room that is linked to the main room. In the navigation bar, there are 3 users including me. But when I switch to a different branch, it is only me. Others can join here too if they want. JIT branches will be created for each session automatically. You can push your code to GitHub so you can integrate your code with other workflows. All is well, but there's one final part that we need to get some advice on. With our RTC-Editor, sharing is just a click away. I will share the project to our professional so he can look at our code and see if we have followed the best coding practices. Software development should be as collaborative as the problem we are trying to solve.
Now let's look at the bigger picture. RTC-Editor is a free and open source software, but we are also offering a hosted version because not everyone wants to manage servers. There will be free tier for students and small teams, premium option for large organizations, but the official GitHub page can be accessed by everyone. Here, all the details are provided, including how to self-host the entire system. The system implements a microservice architecture with independent, scalable services, communicating through HTTP REST APIs, WebSocket connections, and asynchronous message queues.
At the very top, we have our frontend. This is what users actually see and interact with. Now, how does the frontend talk to our backend? Through Nginx, our reverse proxy and load balancer. Think of it as the traffic controller. It routes requests efficiently and keeps everything running smoothly even under heavy load. Right below that is our API gateway, the central hub that coordinates all communication between the frontend and our various backend services. On the left, we have the WebSocket manager powered by YJS. This is the heart of our real-time collaboration. When you type a character, when you move your cursor, when any change happens in the editor, YJS handles the synchronization. It uses CRDT technology to ensure that multiple people can edit the same file and never create conflicts. Updates flow through WebSockets instantly, keeping everyone in perfect sync. In the center, we have our system backend with Gemini AI integration. Think of this as the orchestrator. It coordinates everything that isn't specifically about real-time editing or code execution. On the right side, here's where the magic of running code happens, our compile engine. When you hit run in the editor, your code goes through a Redis queue for efficient job management. Then it enters our Docker-based execution environment. Notice the Docker containers here: Java container, Python container, Docker orchestrator. Each language runs in its own isolated container. Down here on the left, we have our version engine. our built-in version control system. It integrates with Docker for environment versioning and GitHub for traditional Git operations. This also uses a Redis queue to handle version operations efficiently.
The foundation of everything, we have our Supabase database, a PostgreSQL database that stores user count and profiles, project metadata, file structures, permission and role, version history, everything that need to persist. And finally, over here on the right, we have user authentication and access control powered by Supabase Auth Client.
Everything is designed for real-time, collaboration, secure and scalable software development.
And here's where you come in. We need your help, your feedback, your ideas. If you are a developer, try it, break it, tell us what's missing.
If you are an educator, imagine how this could transform your classroom.
If you are a student, think about the project you have struggled with. Could this help?
GitHub link is in the description. Sign up for early access. Join our community because the best collaborative tool is only as good as the community building it.
Better code,
Better tools,
Better together.